At the capital city's Belfry Theatre, the stage is set for 1939's opening night. It's a play that premiered in Stratford 2 years ago, set in a fictional residential school in northern Ontario, revolving around a group of Indigenous kids putting on a Shakespeare's play, All's Well That Ends Well, for the touring English king. The play's director and co-author, Janny Lawson, says it's partly inspired by her own family's Métis history.
My father went to a very specific convent residential school, and they studied Shakespeare as well as Latin and Greek.
That was a major red flag for me. Those schools really only cared about, the basics.
Intergenerational residential school survivor and UVic's curator of Indigenous art, Laura Lee Westacoot, was asked to consult in the play in the summer after an Indigenous staffer raised concerns with the theatre. After reading the script, she shared the same concerns.
Maybe they did do Shakespeare, but I just think it's totally inappropriate to write a play like that in 2024, sort of making light of the atrocities that happened in the schools.
When her and the other Indigenous Belfry staff member brought the concerns to the theatre, Westacoot says they were ignored. Walrus contributing writer Michelle Sisa decided to dig in on the writer behind the play.
She identified as Métis. She didn't have clarity on where that came from. So she's still kind of looking for this connection.
Since Sisa reached out, Lawson told her she's stopped identifying as Métis and has since changed her online biographies to mixed settler and Indigenous.
She meant that it was, just something that she was told just isn't good enough.
Both Sisa and Westacoot say the potential pretendianism around Lawson claiming Métis identity has impact on how this play, supposedly based on her family's experience, should be framed.
1939 has really been presented as something that's supposed to honor the history of residential school survivors, their experiences, and to help advance the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's mission. The play might have a lot of artistic merits, but I really question whether it can advance truth and reconciliation if it's not truthful.
The Belfry Theatre Indigenous staffer who initially blew the whistle has since quit. Stratford Festival and Belfry Theatre have not yet made public statements since Sisa's story first published Monday, but told Check News they're working on one.